move now to the ongoing saga of the AIG trial. AIG is, of course, the insurance giant that was given an $85 billion bailout back in 2008. And now its CEO, Maurice Greenberg, is suing the U.S. government, saying that the corporation-saving bailout was unconstitutional, and he wants $40 billion more in damages. That, ladies and gentlemen, is cojones the size of Kanye's ego. The Guardian referred to it as a fart in the elevator and blame it on someone else kind of audacity. But one brave reporter said this trial was about more than just stinky elevators.
But something interesting might come from this case. All the lords are reuniting and testifying under oath, meaning we might, for the first time, get some answers.
We brought that report to you a couple weeks ago, and it turns out we are now getting those answers about why exactly our government gave criminals on Wall Street hundreds of billions of dollars in 2008. Sam Sachs is in front of the Court of Federal Claims with the latest in this case. Hey, Sam, what have we learned so far?
Well, Lee, Mr. Greenberg is putting forward a pretty compelling case. Now, we heard testimony from his personal chef, who confirmed that Mr. Greenberg could not have been responsible for the flatulence on the elevator that day. And that's because Mr. Greenberg ate for lunch a sashimi tuna wedge salad. Now,
Sam,
that, of course,
what are you talking about?
What's that, Lee?
What are you talking about?
Lee, if we don't establish a motive, then we can't determine who farted on the elevator.
No, we're talking about the testimony from people like Hank Paulson and Geithner about the bailout.
Okay. We can talk about that, too. Didn't realize you wanted to get all wonky about it. I don't have my notes. You didn't give me my notes. You didn't give me my notes. What? Basically, on the case, Lee, basically, the Greenberg legal team put forward evidence showing that wealthy investors in China, in Singapore, in the Middle East were willing to give AIG the loans it needed back in September of 2008. That was when the markets were crashing, and Mr. Greenberg was spending a lot of time crapping his pants and then blaming it on other people. Now, if this account is true, then it means that the government's official narrative, that it had no other choice but to bail out AIG, well, it means that that's bull.
So foreign investors wanted a piece of a failing insurance giant that posed a systematic risk to the American economy. What sort of shady financiers would be trying to make that deal happen?
Well, that would be Hillary Clinton, Lee. I'm not sure you've ever heard of her, but she's running for president.
Yeah, we've all heard of Hillary Clinton.
You've heard of her? You've heard of Clinton? Okay, good. I forgot. You're the king of all wonks, Lee. Anyways, evidence shows that then Senator Hillary Clinton called then Secretary of Treasury Hank Paulson, telling him about the Middle Eastern investors. Now, apparently, a friend and fundraiser of hers was representing the investors, and he would have gotten a big cut if any deal went through. It's all basic political stuff, Lee. You wouldn't understand.
Thanks. If that's the legal part of what went down, then the illegal part must look like the inside of Andy Dick's nose after Mardi Gras. This is horrible. And it also begs the question, if AIG had all of these offers from other investors, then why did we taxpayers have to be their sugar daddies?
Yeah, well, it depends on who you believe, Lee, Greenberg or the government.
That sounds like terrible choices.
Yeah, I know. It really does. It's like asking kill or marry with the dinosaurs from Jurassic Park.
I'd the Stegosaurus.
The Stegosaurus, really? Yeah. You know, Lee, I gotta tell you, I'd theropod. You know, one of those Charcharodontosauruses.
Sam.
But back to the case here. Greenberg's legal team is trying to prove that the bailout was never about buying bad mortgages, and that when government officials testified that that's what it was about, well, they were lying. And really, the bailout was all about giving Wall Street hundreds of billions of dollars, and especially giving political buddies like Goldman Sachs sweetheart deals, like 100% returns on their worthless AIG claims thanks to the bailout.
So in essence, AIG is saying the government turned them into a money mule to pay out their best donors on Wall Street? That's pretty screwed up. But it also means the king lord, billionaire Maurice Greenberg, might actually have a case in this thing?
Yeah, crazy, huh? I mean, Greenberg's still a shitlord and all, but so are a lot of other people like Hank Paulson and Tim Geithner, people who lied to Congress and then gave their buddies billions of dollars. But luckily, Lee, the mainstream media is all over this case, and the culprits have been shamed and will spend the rest of their lives poor and alone.
Really?
No, no. Are you kidding me? I mean, the only people covering this story are like us and some local Cleveland comic strip called Wiggle Time with Wally.
Wow. Okay, thanks, Sam. Sam Tax, everybody.